Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Monica Dean. Thank you, Jody. We begin with some breaking news. You got to check this out. Dramatic video from New York City as a Good Samaritan saves an unconscious 4-year-old boy. The Minutemen say they'll be keeping a close eye on areas like this where there's no fence separating Mexico from the United States. We're just getting word that we have breaking news to share with you this morning. This is 2141 Valley View Boulevard. You can see quite a few emergency responders, some flames to both the structure and some trees surrounding that area.
We're bringing this to you live as it happens, and we've come across these fire crews that are just diligently working out here. They've been out here for hours. It is really something else to be standing right here next to this in the wind and the smoke, and the temperature is definitely rising.
Well, you guys need a lot more hair and makeup time than I do, right?
Yeah, because we do it ourselves.
Yeah, I got you on that one. Okay, gotta go.
Yeah, right. The rest of the crew that helps bring fear factor to you at home is based just outside the casino in these trailers. Let's go inside. Feels like fall out here. I'm warming myself by this grill and I'm smelling the great food, but before we get to that, let's get back inside to Jason for a look at today's top stories. It's something people look forward to every year. The Miramar Air Show is back again. It begins in just a couple of hours. Jim Lazovic is here with the highlights and what this means for the Chargers season. Good news to the north of us. A wildfire in Ventura County is now 100% contained. Good morning, Marianne and Jason. Sources say they found John Gardner's DNA on some of Chelsea King's clothing found on the shoreline of Lake Hodges. Fire officials suspect the victim may have fallen to his death along these steep cliffs. Marty, police arrested the suspect here behind me. They say he was walking along Friars Road with a backpack full of stolen merchandise. Hey, we know a lot about this. And Jody, you too. Many parents know toddlers and temper tantrums go hand in hand. Up next.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
never happens in our house.
Help is on the way. Authorities are looking for an estimated $27 million worth of art that was stolen from a Pebble Beach home. And for all of you who are waking up right now and looking in the mirror with those bags under your eyes, I know I suffer from them too. Where do we start, Julie? San Diego's own Phil Mickelson is celebrating today after winning his first tournament since his wife and mother were diagnosed with cancer.
Oh,
watch out.
Watch your suit, bro.
This is fantastic. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow morning at 5.
Get fired up out there. Bye. Good afternoon, I'm Monica Dean. We want to update you on 2 fires burning near Julian. According to fire officials, the fires have grown to 125 acres in about 3 hours. Now on the phone we have Suzanne, who lives near that area. She was evacuated this afternoon. Suzanne, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
What can you tell me about where you live and when you were evacuated? Tonight, the Minuteman Project, which began in Arizona, is here in California, and along with it, controversy.
Look right here, there's no fence here.
Minuteman James Chase patrols the border for illegal immigrants.
141, this is Chase, over.
Occasionally stopping to shine a spotlight on the rugged terrain. Other volunteers set up camp on day 1 of their self-appointed mission in California.
Just for visitors in the middle of the night.
Nearby, another camp with a much different objective. This group of immigration rights activists plans to keep a close eye on the Minutemen. They've come with a rescue vehicle.
Okay, now this is the number of Border Patrol.
At daylight, volunteers are checked in and told to report suspicious activity. More than 30 Minutemen take position along the border. With megaphones and signs in hand, just as many people show up to protest.
We want a world without borders.
And the confrontation begins.
They're not illegal to be a human, but they're illegal crossing the border.
They're not police. They can take the law into their own hands.
The Minutemen agree and insist they're only there to alert the authorities.
The only difference between his group and my group is that he doesn't make the phone call.
Distrustful, the 2 groups record each other's actions on video.
We have been not treated very well. Someone just spat at us a few minutes ago.
And because some of the Minutemen carry guns, protesters worry about potential violence. But armed only with binoculars, Minuteman David Borland says he's here to help protect his country.
We can't stop them personally, but we're out here just to be eyes and ears to, help out the Border Patrol. 2 groups on different sides of the proverbial fence.
Steve, this camp in Carmel Valley has reportedly been around for years. Tonight, the people living there say it's lonely and frightening, but they stay there out of desperation.
It's a shocking look at an appalling way of life. Hundreds of illegal immigrant workers living in San Diego's canyons, in many cases in the backyards of million-dollar homes. Our hidden cameras revealed drinking and what appears to be drunkenness, drug dealing, and even prostitution. Resident Julie Adams lives near the camps. She says she's had enough.
I knew it was going on and it's being ignored, and it's dangerous for my community.
But the workers who live this way tell a different story. We caught up with dozens of workers at dinner time in Carmel Valley. Most of these men live in the canyons nearby. Jorge has been living like this
Más de 7 años.
more than 7 years. Why?
Por la necesidad.
Out of necessity, he says. He makes $55 a day and can't afford to live elsewhere. He sends his money home to his family in Oaxaca, Mexico. Claudia Smith with the California Rural Legal Assistance Foundation comes here to offer what help and support she can.
They're here simply because they need to provide for their families, because they were desperate for better remunerated work, and because we give them work. Like it or not, that's the reality.
For these migrant workers, this cart isn't just a place for food. It's a place where they can cash their checks. And if they don't have enough money to eat, the vendor gives them credit for food.
Ahí está. Gracias.
It's $4 to eat here, and for these men, this is the best part of their day. Blistered hands tell the story of grueling days in the tomato fields, coming home each night to conditions like this. In some cases, separated from their families for years on end. Not something these workers are proud to discuss.
Bien, duro y triste.
Jorge describes the camp as hard, sad, and at times scary. He says it's getting cold and it's impossible to stay warm in a house made of plastic bags. As for allegations of drug use and prostitution,
Somos una gente honesta, trabajadora, honrada.
Wilfredo says they are honest people who want to work, but also admits a group of outsiders sometimes come to the camps and cause trouble. Some say they are outraged that nothing's being done.
I have spoken with the mayor's office. I've spoken with my council person. I've spoken with the police. I've spoken with the FBI, code enforcement, all these people, and nothing is being done. That's what angers me.
Our officials in this country, not just here in San Diego County, sort of stick their head in the sand and ignore the whole thing. It's just a tragedy.
Aquí ya saben, la licenciada siempre nos echa la mano.
Trash bags, a parting gift to help protect these workers from a damp night. They disappear into a beautiful sunset, only to return to an ugly lifestyle many would like to forget.
Even if the camp doesn't breed crime, the fact remains that some workers are in this country illegally, and some say they shouldn't be here in the first place. Monica Dean, NBC 7 39.
Go, come on, come on! Yes, 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 yes!
The spirited screams,
let's go defense right now,
from this home,
go Bolts, come on,
come from one supercharged fan.
Oh!
Vic Willard spends the second half of the game watching from his driveway. Why? He's superstitious about Charger wins.
It's worked all year, so we're not changing it.
In this Chargerville of Ocean Beach, every Chargers touchdown is marked with a ritual. A playoff dance celebration that brings the dogs out.
Give the ball to LT. He's our money man. Just give him the ball.
They're a good team, but we're way better.
At Seau's in Mission Valley, the celebratory mood changes into the fourth quarter. Nerves run high, and the final moments of the game left fans clenching hands and faces. One final kick.
It better hook in a hurry. It doesn't.
Then disbelief. Some were speechless.
Chargers had it. They were robbed.
It's a sad ending. Sad ending. That's all I have to say.
Hard to let go of a winning season, especially when your bold pride is a little more permanent than most.
For us true loyal fans, it's the Chargers win or lose. Stick with us, because it's going nowhere. San Diego. Thank you.
And as you might expect, Chargers fans cleared out of Seau's in a hurry tonight. And the mood downtown here tonight, well, it's kind of somber. But those true fans, those diehard fans say, yep, they're looking forward to next year. Reporting live from downtown, I'm Monica Dean, NBC 739.